Tune in, turn up, the clock's ticking fast. Crypto secrets from the future and past. Magic got the spark, Dave's got the flow. Right in the blockchain, wherever it goes. The Crypto Magic Hour, feel the power. Counting coins as we print every hour. VeVeMagic, Dave's on the scene. Crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah, the Crypto Magic Hour.
Good morning, good afternoon. You can't help yourself with the theme song, can you?
Can't. I genuinely can't, like, it is what it is. I'm just in the, I can't. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. What's up, guys? We do want to start the show out a little bit differently today. Dave, you're going to help me through this.
I got you.
Yeah, but we just want to acknowledge the VV community this morning. There was a tragic event last night, and we lost one of our own to suicide. And it's not something that I can just like get on my day and act like it didn't happen. Like I have to talk about it. This is a very serious thing, and I want to shout out the entire community because everybody really rallied together and tried everything we possibly could to reach this person in time. And it's devastating to see that message and feel completely helpless, especially because you don't want anyone to ever feel that way and not know that they were feeling that way, and that maybe there was something you could have done to help out prior to it having to get to that. And it's just a reminder that you really never know what someone is going through. And especially on the internet, like, we got to remember that these are really real human beings that we're dealing with, and people can get easily triggered, and they have real raw emotions and feelings. And I think it's important that we remind ourselves that maybe being a keyboard warrior is not helpful to people. And it's about more than money, like, and the VV community and other communities as well, but just speaking in this circumstance, is very much about family and being there. And I think that's why it hits us really, really hard, is we wish we could have been there and done more. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up a bit and raise awareness. And I think that this needs to be talked about more. We've had a whole episode on mental health because both of us think it's extremely important. It's not something that anybody should shy away from. You should be able to talk openly about what you're going through and not be afraid. We're both big proponents of that. I'm always willing to talk to anybody that needs an ear, non-judgmental ear, because we all have our shit. We all have a lot of stuff that we deal with. We've all been through a lot of loss, hardship, stress, every single person. And it's different for every person, but every person has to deal with their own shit. And I just don't want anybody to ever feel like they're alone in that, because that's very sad.
Yeah, it is, Magic. And look, I think the main, and obviously it's VV community, back out community, but like, this goes out to genuinely like everybody. I think like we lose sight a lot of times to like really what a lot of people come here to kind of escape real life. You know what I mean? When I say here, I mean like the Web3 space. There's a PFP behind that people don't genuinely really understand. What does that actually like who's behind there? Like you said, right? There's a human like behind there. And I genuinely want people to understand that there's so much more. There's so much good. And there are, I didn't want to say resources because I don't want to sound like some counselor or whatever, but like people out here genuinely like give a shit, right? Like they do. Like there's in no way, shape, or form should that be like should anything of harming yourself or whatever be an option, right? Like the biggest thing in Web3 here is community. And like, there's a reason for that, right? Like, lean on these people, right? It doesn't matter what you're coming here to escape or try and get away from, because life is hard. Life is hard for everybody out here. But I'm telling you, like, there is really, really, really good things. I mean, look, right? Like, that ain't my typical background, right? I'm normally in the dungeon, in the basement. And this is the kind of shit that, like, I genuinely appreciate. I really do appreciate. So reach out, us, me, Magic. I mean, there's a million people here, just people I see, like, there's so many of us here just to be able to talk, because a lot of times, like, getting things out, you guys remember the mental health space that we did. And Magic, maybe we start doing more of those, you know what I mean? Like, more of those, because I think it's gonna, like, yeah, crypto great, AI great, but like, if it's not here, you heard us last time, then it's not really going to be beneficial for anybody. And this kind of shit affects every one of us. And I don't want us to just kind of just like process and kind of move on, like, you know, just deal and move on, right? Like,
Right.
It's becoming too common now. Like, it is. It's way too, like, this is more than I've ever experienced in my life in any other facet. So, like, to anybody that's like listening out there, I swear to you, there is zero judgment on anybody's part. You want to reach out for help, an ear to talk, whatever. We're fully doxxed here. My phone numbers are out there, shit, right? Like, I literally put myself out there so that people can understand, like, pick up the phone, call, send a message, send a DM. I don't care, right? Like, if you need something, and a lot of people just need an ear, reach out and just chat. But yeah, man, shout out to, like, I mean, to everybody that's here, that's listening, and, you know, that's kind of going through this whole shit. Yeah, my condolences obviously out to Bruce's family and everybody else. Like, it is, I don't process this stuff well. Like, I'm somebody, Magic, you know this, I don't do well. I genuinely don't. I don't know why. But
Defense mechanism.
yeah, like, but at the end of the day, like, we're here to do really impactful and amazing things. Like, that's why we're here, and we get to do those things every single day. And it's important not to lose sight of any of that. So I don't want to just kind of keep going on, but yeah, I think, you know, we thought it was important just to kind of address at the start of the show, so people actually understand, like there's community here. Lean on your community. Talk to your community. They might not be your best friends, but for fuck's sake, like, just talk to somebody. Like, just talk. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. You know, I just want to say a couple of things. I put about posts last night, and I've struggled to sleep, and I have been physically affected by this. And one thing that really hit me is, I'm going to be vulnerable for a second, is I've struggled with a lot of devastating stuff throughout life. And I have had thoughts. Now, I've never gotten to the point of anything attempts, but I've had thoughts. I've felt like maybe I don't matter. Nobody's going to notice if I'm gone. Like, bad thoughts. And seeing his posts and seeing all the love and comments and begging and pleading made me feel so guilty for ever having those thoughts. But it's real. Like, people struggle with this stuff. But that was a little bit of a wake-up call for me. And I know that it's very difficult also for men to feel like it's okay because they've been raised a certain way, and men are supposed to be strong and the caretakers. And man, I think that's a bunch of shit. I really don't like that. I value a man who is in touch with his feelings and can manage them. Like, that doesn't mean you have to be a wimp and can't get through the day. It just means that I'm feeling this type of way. I need to figure out the best way for me to respond. And that's okay. And, you know, I grew up in an old school household where we don't talk about our problems. They don't exist. Everything's fine. We smile, we keep on. We don't let any brush it under the rug. Don't let anybody know. So I just want to reiterate that I'm so sincere, and I know Dave is as well, of wanting to be a help and a resource. And this stuff is really, really important to us. And our hearts go out to everybody who's been affected. And had to talk about it. Sorry, guys.
I don't think it's worth. There's no apology necessary. I think people get it. And we're not trying to put a damper on things, but like reality is reality at the end of the day. Like real shit happens, real life happens, and no matter how we try and insulate ourselves and IRL and our friends don't get it and this and that, like this shit hits everybody. So yeah, I think the message here is super fucking clear to everybody. Please, you have people to lean on, like always. I know people take that for granted when they hear like, oh, you can call, you can this. Ask anybody in these communities. Like somebody picks up the phone to call me, shoot me a DM, I'm listening. Because I went through a lot of this shit like myself. You guys know I'm an open book when it comes to this shit, like the addiction shit that I went through and everything else. Like it's not easy. It's not. But if you don't have support, like you're on Lonely Island and there's nothing worse. So don't be on fucking Lonely Island. Call us.
Join Dave in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Is it really that bad? Look, it's not that bad. Look at that. It's not that bad. The sun's out. The beach. The breeze is blowing in. Man. I mean, it's nice. It's lovely. It is lovely
so
here.
Happy for you.
You sound extremely happy.
Have you defrosted or are you still defrosting?
No, I have defrosted. That's it. Look at this. I got a nice color already. First few days. I went to the rainforest yesterday. I was like, you guys got to see. It's like I'm like a whole new person. It's like this has breathed life into my body. I'm not even joking. It really has. This is necessary. People do whatever they're going to do. I don't know how they do it, but for me, it's the beach. It's this, it's palm trees, it's all this. So yeah, do more of this or whatever it is that makes you guys happy, because I'm telling you, it fills the soul. It fills the soul. And I look great in yellow. But either way, there'll be no nose blowing on this episode. There'll be none of that. All right, no runny noses. It's not freezing.
Am I allowed to yawn?
Yeah, no, none of it. None of it. There'll be nothing but AI talk, crypto talk, token talk, finding the next gems, helping you guys try and get rich as motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. But yeah, you want to set us up? Magic, go for it.
Do you want to say anything else about like why you're on vacation or anything like that, or you just needed it?
Like as simple as the explanation can be, like for those that don't know, right? Like I've been debating, there's a big crypto community down here, right? Like very, very big. And Puerto Rico has like super, like really like generous tax benefits if you end up moving your business down here, right? So if you help obviously like you live 6 months out of the year here, it's something called Act 60. There's no federal taxes here, number one, right? And even though Puerto Rico is not an official US state, it's an official US territory. So you don't need a passport to travel here. Tax breaks, no federal income tax, no crypto tax, meaning on capital gains, short-term or long-term, which is incredible. I mean, that's not me yet, but if I do incorporate the business here. So I might be scoping some shit out. I might be looking around, seeing what's what. Shout out to the Wolf crew, by the way. Yeah, there's some stuff here, man. And look, if I take this, I'll take this over snow, rain, sleet, hail, this, that, like, nah, no thanks.
You weren't built for New York.
I was initially. I put my time in. That's it. My dues are paid. I'm paid in full. Thank you very much. I am out. Done. Finish. Me and Junior packed shop.
How was were you successful in your hunt?
If I'm being dead honest, I didn't go crazy hunting, right? Mm-hmm. But I might have scoped out a place or two here and there. And look, obviously, like I'm in a beautiful like beachfront hotel now, right? So it's a different lifestyle. Like let's not kid ourselves. And the island of Puerto Rico it's a beautiful, beautiful island. It's obviously everyday life's going to be a little bit different, but it's a lot more cost effective, a lot more affordable. See, thank you, Bonger. Look at you.
He's being too nice.
It's fucking. No, he's not. No, why is he gotta be too nice? All right, you can cook me one week, but thank you, Bonger. Thank you very much. It's the truth, man. Like it really, like it just, you feel revitalized. Like for me, the sun, like as a beach person growing up, it's everything. So
I don't know how you were able to stay away because you've been out of California for what, like 3 years now?
No, 3 years. Magic, it's literally been 1 year. It's not even one
Really?
year. In July. I feel like 1 year. I know, right? My absence feels like a lot, doesn't it? I get it. It hits people hard. I understand. I get it. Wait, hold on. Can we just put that Bonger comment right back up again real quick? Thank you, Bonger.
Maybe it's because New York aged you 3 years.
It's been a year. It has only been 1 year. It hasn't been 3 years. For fuck's sake. God damn. Shave the beard and you'll look 25. Let's not get crazy. All right, Ronnie. Let's not get nuts. I'm not trying to look 25 at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like I'm 19, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. So
we are talking you've compiled a list for us of like, you've been doing heavy research into AI crypto tokens.
Yeah. So for anybody obviously that listened to Reset Sunday yesterday, you heard us talk about this obviously over the last like couple weeks. You guys know that I'm super heavy into all like the different AI tools, right? We've obviously showcased a lot of them here. And ultimately it's like, what else is there like out there for me to like, or rather, how do I best take advantage of like all the shit that maybe Dave VeVeMagic show me to be able to actually make some money off of this stuff, right? Like, how do I do that? Are there tokens associated with it? What's the risk involved, right? So, and I want to be super clear with everybody. I'm not like, I prep some resources in no way, shape or form. Okay. Is it like follow this resource like to the T? I just try and like point people in a direction so that you can go start looking. But what I wanted to do for this episode is I compiled a spreadsheet. I'll share the link below so you guys can obviously see it. It's a Google sheet where it's got real-time pricing data from CoinGecko, and it'll show you, I think it's about 64 or 65 different tokens, or at least like protocol or like company names, where it's like, do they have a token? What is the token? What do they do? What's the area that they focus on? How down is the token from like maybe its all-time high? And essentially stuff to kind of get people started so that they genuinely understand like, where is the opportunity? Is this thing at a penny? Is, let's say, company X at a penny, right? Actually worth looking into and spending my time on, right? That's kind of what I want to walk people through in terms of maybe how to do some research for this stuff. But this is me kickstarting and giving you guys the training wheels to be like, let me maybe look at some of these things a little bit deeper. And maybe there's something because, and I'll land it with this. Now is the time to start doing this. And I mean, not yesterday, because AI is not slowing down. Yeah, Millie, come on, bro. Thank you, Millie. See that? Even if Millie's saying it, I'm good. Shout out, Millie. Magic. Just give me the do. Give me the do. Bottom line is now the AI time is now. The noise is only getting louder. It's only getting louder. The tech is only getting better. Yesterday on the Reset, we discussed by 2027, AI is going to be smarter than human beings. Period. End of story. Like that's it. In about a year's time, every AI, which is self-improving every day, is going to essentially be smarter than we are. And there's some now that already are 205 like IQ fucking AI, like agents that are out there now rewriting algorithms and crazy things. We want to help. Yeah.
Did you use some of the different AI tools, like the one we went over last week in your research?
Great question. So I used there was almost 4 or 5 different ones that I used in order to kind of like compile this whole thing. Did you have them battle? So I make them battle, number one, right? So I essentially feed it to like 3 or 4 different ones, right? So I feed it to GPT, I feed it to Claude, I feed it to Gemini, and I'm like, this is what I'd like to do to present to the Magic Hour crowd. And it's like, okay, cool. Let me compile some lists, and they all have different resources they go about obviously searching. All right, awesome. When they search and then come back, it's like, here's all the raw data. All right, now how do I take that data and make it actually look somewhat presentable with maybe some pretty cool insights? So then I use like a GenSpark, right? And then I incorporate like Google Sheets and Gemini AI. People don't realize this, but now in Google, there's AI enabled everything. Everything. Help me.
It fills out the sheet for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It creates everything. And we can maybe even go through it to show people how to do it for themselves and maybe create their own. Because this only has limited like sources, right? Like I use CoinGecko. The main source that I used was an infographic from Coinbase. And I want to actually find it really quickly I'll find it in a second so that I can share it with you guys so you can see. But it's broken down like by category, right? So that people can actually understand what's AI infrastructure mean, right? Like what does AI agent mean? So you know those infographics that have like different categories? That's essentially what I use. And there was about 64 or 65 that were in there. There were some that I'm invested in now that weren't mentioned in there that I'm actually going to add into the sheet. But I'll share the sheet with you guys so that you can see kind of what we're talking about now. But yeah, Magic, I used all the AI tools to be able to like as many as possible to be like for different reasons to be able to actually like make this like insightful, actionable so that people and easy to understand. So people get it because it's intimidating, right? It's really fucking intimidating being like AI tokens. I don't know how to start my research. I don't know where to look. Where do I buy this stuff? So I try and make it as interactive like as I can. So hold on, let me see. Good question.
Yeah, I like you doing it as like an actual spreadsheet because, you know, we can go and research, but read it like, oh, okay, let me note down these like few different things. But actually putting it into a spreadsheet, I mean, I'm like a super organized person. It really organizes you and like keeps you on task because I'll read this and then 5 minutes later, I'm doing something else. I've forgotten about it, but I feel like having that information categorized with all the different things that you need really helps set you up for seriousness and success.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so wait.
And having tools that make it way easier, like, you know, half the reason we're lazy and we're just like, let's dump some money here or there and whatever is because we get lazy, but having a tool that helps you do all this stuff takes so much work out of it.
Yeah. You are 100% correct. So can you guys see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Should I zoom? Is there a way to zoom? Wow.
You could do all the way full screen where we're off, or no, I don't think we want that. I mean, you could have it be
picture in
picture
layout.
The cinema layout?
Yeah, we can see. Let's go. Okay, and let me share the link also because I think that's going to be important too. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share the link in the chat so you guys can obviously see it if you want on your own PCs or phones or whatever.
I didn't check, but you have that as like open, right? They have to have the link.
The link. Hey, I just put it in the chat. Let me share it also on X. Because I know this doesn't go to X as well. So give me 1 second.
Right, multitasking.
You like this? You see this? Okay. I'm putting it here. I put it in the comments and on the live stream. Okay. And I think, all right, sweet. Let me know if anybody can't access it. But I think everybody should be, for the most part, should be good. But yeah, so, oh wait, hold on 1 second. I want to pull up really quickly the actual, let me see, where is it? The actual infographic that I used for it, because I think it's important that you guys see. Here it is. Okay, this is the post, and let me just copy and save this. Yeah, it's called the On-Chain AI Ecosystem.
Are we supposed to be seeing that?
Nope.
Okay.
In 1 second, you will be. Bum, 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 bum. And okay, so this is the X post in case anybody wants to see it. But all right, here you go, guys. This is the X post that has the graphic, and also I will put up the graphic so you guys can see it in just 1 second. Let me share this tab really quickly so I can maybe walk people through it as well. Magic, can you see the screen?
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but yes.
Okay, here, now, good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, within the graphic, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, agreed.
My eyes are scared.
So you guys understand, like, so this is where it came from. And this is directly from Coinbase Ventures. And Coinbase Ventures, whether they have a position in these or they've invested in them or they didn't, I thought it was important just to be like, okay, this can at least kind of break this stuff down so that you can actually see, like, how does this whole AI, on-chain AI ecosystem, like, break down into, like, the different categories, right? So you have DeFi abstraction, and I'll get to the definitions in a minute, right? So DeFi abstraction, you have AI in the gaming sector, AI in consumer AI, multi-agent coordination. It's like, this is super model context protocol. It's like, what the fuck is all this? I don't even know what that means half the time. But this is the point, okay? If you know, like, this is why I created this sheet, so it can hopefully help you guys genuinely, like, understand this a little bit easier. But if you just look at the rest of this, you might see some names that you'll recognize. Think, Morpheus, BitTensor, Near, Virtuals, right? Like, this is the stuff that's like, wait a minute, like, and then maybe you'll see some that you have no idea what they do. Mode, Elsa, I have no idea. Griffane, I kind of know. But all these other little known, like, not little known, but like names that you maybe would have never heard of or seen on your timeline that I probably interact with on a daily basis is kind of what I wanted to bring to the forefront so you guys can actually see what the fuck do they do? Who are they? What do they do? Is there a token? Should I start looking at it? And why should I start looking at it? Make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
But I still don't know what half of those boxes are.
I know. That's why we're going to go to the sheet now, and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what the fuck all this means. Okay, so now back at the sheet. So with the sheet that I shared, you guys are going to see every one of those companies that were on that graphic is in this sheet here. I think it's a total of like 64 of them, or at least the majority of them, right? I tried to get as many as I could in. And you'll see protocol name, right? Does it have a token? Yes or no? Simple toggle. Has that token launched? If so, what's the symbol? What's the price? How far down, like what percentage is it actually down from its all-time high? And to explain to everybody like why that's important is because if you're going to start exploring some of these, are there AI architects build projects? Yes, there are, Zombie. If you're going to start exploring like where to be able to, like where to put your money, I think for me at least, and again, this is just my process. If a token is down 98%, right, or 95%, some people might look at that and say, "Oh man, that's like it's dead. Like I'm done." Me, you know what I say? That's crypto. Like that's what this that's essentially what this whole thing is about, right? That is what crypto is. It could be down 98%, and the next thing you know, there's a 50% rally, and you're like, "Holy shit!" overnight. And that's actually what we've been seeing with a lot of these tokens. But there are absolute gems that are in this list that I'm also going to continue. This is a list that I'm also going to be continuously updating. So you're welcome, everybody, for the resource. It's going to be a living, breathing kind of document or sheet that I'm going to be continuously adding to. So you guys can actually see, man, like, how do I actually like take advantage of this stuff? And then in the sheet as well, I created category, right? DeFi abstraction. What the hell does that mean, right? AI-driven layer that abstracts complex DeFi actions into one-click transactions. So it's like, okay, so if you see a name that's under this category, right? Griffane, Nur, Orbit, right? Like Slate, Hive. What do they do? Here's what they do. It's essentially an AI tool that literally just like masks all of the bullshit. You know how we say like hide the wires? When we say abstracting complex DeFi actions, if you don't know much about DeFi and you're like, I'm intimidated by this, these are the ones that you need to look at, right? Because what they do is they make it simple so that, and again, one that's off this list that I've been super vocal on, and I'll use as an example is Agent Hustle, right? TNSR. You go and you just speak to this AI agent, and it helps walk you through all of the shit. It literally abstracts away the complexity so that you can now just have a simple conversation and understand what this stuff is. I gave it a grading as well. A lot of them are, I don't want to say low. When I say risk level low, I mean like risk of understanding, not investment level risk. I want to be clear because none of this shit is financial advice. This is just educational resources where you can actually buy them. And here's some links, right, to be able to go, whether it's CoinMarketCap, Uniswap, CoinGecko, and a bunch of others. Now, I also did create, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull, if this thing is done now, view and export. Let me see. Okay, this could be cool. Let me see. Tell me if you guys can see this now.
Yep.
Yeah. Magic?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So now I use GenSpark to take all of that data and plugged it into like GenSpark and said, can you make this like look pretty? Can you just make this like easier for people to actually understand so they know, like if I'm looking at a spreadsheet, I gotta be honest, sometimes spreadsheets for me, it just doesn't work. I don't learn well with spreadsheets. It's like there's just a bunch of data. I don't know how to interpret it. You can put as many categories and headers and whatever you want. It just doesn't work. So for those of you that are a little bit slow like me, listen, this is kind of this for me makes this actually understandable. So let me put the GenSpark link in there. You guys see how I'm using this shit? Like, look, now that spreadsheet is now in a 5-slide deck that shows you the tokens tracked, what's the average percentage down, what are the different categories, what's the total market cap of all of them, right? Any standouts, right? And it actually allows you to go through all of these and tell you like, performance analysis. Now I can build on this more and more. This is just the beginning, but ultimately, like,
yeah, 5 pages doesn't seem like much.
It isn't much, but I don't want to overwhelm people with like 20 pages, because this could easily have been a 50-slide deck. Nobody's going to see, nobody's going to read a 50-slide deck. 5 slides, get a feel for what the data is telling us, understand like what's included here. And I don't know how to make it easier for people to actually see and comprehend what's what. But look, I mean, Magic, when you look at this, is this like really difficult to understand? Here's the token tickers. Average down from ATH's all-time high. There's 78.3% like is the average percentage down from the all-time high. Meaning if a token all-time high was $1, then right now they're trading at 20, like the majority of them are trading at 22 cents. Think about that for a second. That's hella fucking down. Nothing really has changed, right, in a lot of them. So I want people to actually be able to look through it, go through this data, hit us with questions, like let me know what speaks out. What are some of the areas, right? Are you more into the DeFi agent thing? Are you more gaming in metaverse? If you just at a glance, Magic, if you just look at this slide right here, like gaming in metaverse, like AI, like whether they're agents or anything else, down heavy, 93% almost. To me, that's opportunity. What are those tokens? I want to know what they are. And here's where you're going to be able to actually come in and be able to get the insight, see what they are, and just read
now,
through. Yeah.
Go back up, because you have your top 3 performers, but it says 14 tokens, 15 tokens, 11 tokens. You didn't want to get any further into the weeds in that? You just like, I want to see the top 3 from each of these different things?
Well, essentially, I fed it everything, and this was like the quick snapshot, right?
Because you can't click on that and have it show you all of them, right? You'd have to kind of go back to your spreadsheet.
Yeah, I do. But at least it gives you like some of these here, right? Like, so for data, it'll show you like the symbols. Like, so if I look at Kaito or navigate, right? I can then go back to my spreadsheet and say, okay, well, like where's Kaito, right? If I control F, right? If I say, where's Kaito? Okay, boom, there's Kaito, line 50. Okay. I now look at Kaito and I'm like, okay, cool. So Kaito has a token, $1.70, down 42%, right? And by the way, Kaito is literally the perfect example because a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Kaito was literally, or 2 weeks ago, maybe 55 cents. It's $1.70 now, right?
Whoa.
Maybe that one's a little bit past, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that one is like, all right, we might have missed the boat on that one. But this is why I wanted to show at least a bunch of them so that people can get a good understanding of what the general AI ecosystem looks like, who are the actual players, and who are they, and like what can I do with them? Like, is it investable? Like, is it tradable? Like, is there opportunity to be able to actually like use this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, point being, I created a resource for you guys. Now, it is up to you guys to use said resource. Let's go. I'm blind with PR. It is up to you guys to use said resource and then come to me and say, Dave, what is this? How do I look at this, right? And honestly, I see one person opened it up right now, or one person looking at it. I don't even know if that's Magic or somebody else. Probably not even.
Not me.
She's probably looking at it here. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. People tune in to watch, right, to the tune of 1,235 right now. But like, I want people to start being more proactive and interactive with us because I love creating this kind of shit because this gives me great insight, right? Mm-hmm. Really, really does. I'm out here gem hunting all day, every single day. And I think like a resource like this would be massively, massively valuable. Yeah, no shit. It definitely wasn't Bildo. That's for sure. It wasn't Bildo. But yeah, it wasn't me. Of course it wasn't you.
So, okay. So you have all this information now, assuming that you've made some moves, how have you used the information and determined like what has been your top priorities? Like what have been the determining factors that you've used from the information to dive deeper and or purchase?
Right. So great question. So like the way that I'm using like this data or like doing my own research or my own homework is I'm very entrenched into the AI space, right? So I look at things like number one, I would say is where's the token at, right? Who's the team behind the token, right? Like the team to me, and maybe we can make this as like the DYOR like checklist, you know? The team for me is massively, massively important. That's number one. If I see the team or I hear the team that's out here and I understand what it is that like they're doing, or the team is, I don't know, let's say, or they've been in the Web3 space for a minute, and I'll use like the Tensorium team, like the Agent Hustle team as the perfect example. There are guys that built Emblem Vault. For those that don't know, an Emblem Vault is like, they're Bitcoin OGs. And they're now building like one of the craziest AI and have built and continue to build one of the craziest like on-chain AI agents specifically for DeFi and a million other things, but primarily DeFi. And for me, I know the team now. Checkbox, right? Number one. Then it's like, let's look at the token now. All right, well, what's the token doing? I look at the token. I look at the price. In their case, pretty new token, honestly, right? Like the guys, and you guys remember the Tensorium team. Like we had Jake on last week, right? Pretty new token. Market cap was like $2 million. Does anybody remember? And this is what I'll say. Does anybody remember like the actual initial boom of this when I first brought this up back in like November of last year when when the virtuals ecosystem was going crazy. And I'm like, guys, this is it. Agents are going to be the thing. I was like screaming from the rooftop, and people were like, all right, I guess, whatever. Like, what I mean by that is these prices, like market caps, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, is nothing compared to what some of these can actually be. So team, price, then I look at what is the product, and is there actual like marketing behind it, right? Yes, there are, Zombie, a ton of them on Base and Solana, and they're actually in here. But it's like, what is the actual, like, what does the tech do? And I'll show you. That would
be a good thing to add as a column.
It, like the actual chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed. But also we're live streamers, and at the end of the day, like people need to. I'm also not like spreadsheet creator, like master at the end of the day, right? Like resource, not be all end all resource. Okay, trust me, you do not want to be followed. Like you do. I'm not creating the Bible. Put it that way. All right, like for AI investment. Let's just say that. But here,
there's one vulnerability that you've stated thus far, and one of your biggest points when I asked, like, how are you determining what you're going to get invested in, is learning about the team, listening, being around. That's a massive time investment. You're in spaces constantly, and if you're not in spaces, and even if you are, like, unless you've literally spent years with these people, anybody can tell you the greatest things on earth. And you don't know if they're full of shit. You don't know if they're telling you the truth or just trying to make a buck, rug pull. Like, there comes a level of trust, right? So that's where, like, the spreadsheet sheet is great and everything, but you're still taking a lot of risk if you're not really researching and doing as much information finding as you are real time, listening to the people, because that's important to you, and that should be important to everybody. You want to, like, know who's behind a project, but still they can tell you anything that they want to, and unless you just really dedicated a lot of time, that's why it's still very risky.
But and to be clear, every single thing in crypto is like risk all the way on. It's if you look at it any other way, that's it. But because it is that risky, that means that the reward and the payout is fucking like, could be literally, like, I call it life changing. I mean, life changing. Life changing, like life changing money. Legit. Imagine you own, like, and this is where, like, I look at this whole thing. I remember my first spreadsheet. Bildo just keeps coming up with them. I'm this fucking guy. Why do I even acknowledge it at this point? Like, by me acknowledging it, I feel like all I do is just egg him on to just throw more into the chat.
Because you love it. You act like you don't, but you love it. We need a good cook today, Bildo.
You can't. You're not gonna allow me to take my flowers from the boys, from Bonger and Billy, and tell me, you know what, like, Vince, like, these guys are literally out here, like.
Oh, I wish Bildo was here when they were saying you were 25. Man, I wish he was here.
Yeah, Bildo, you heard that? They said I look 25. Yeah. What was the question? I got lost in me looking 25 again. What?
Really?
No, I got it. The trust factor, right?
Yeah.
Trust, at the end of the day, for me, like, that word is so, it doesn't exist in Web3, in crypto, in any of it. And those of you that know me, you know I'm the most skeptical motherfucker out here when it comes to everything. I don't have any other choice but to be that, right? And I'm still that way. Wait, what? 45. Chill out, Meta Beast. That's it. It's like they call their friends. You know what I mean? Imagine it's like, hey, and Bildo's like, hey, Meta Beast. They said they look 25. Get in here.
He even said, you guys aren't allowed to cook me today.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation. You're asking for it.
Oh my God, that's too good. You guys hear that? Oh, that's the sound of the beach.
That's an airplane.
And a plane flying over with, like, one of those things in the back that says, Dave looks 25. Exactly. Thank you, Bill Owen. I'm not even 45 yet. Suck it. But yeah, trust non-existent out here for me. Like, and Magic, you're right. You could spend as much time as you want, but to me, where people spend their time helps build that trust for me. If I see people in spaces day in, day out, and I think that's why a lot of people, quote, trust us to bring them resources, right? Like to be able to put shit together like this, to be able to give them like to put stuff in front of them, to be like, you know what? Like, I trust Dave VeVeMagic that they're not going to like give me a token that's like, oh, could it? I mean, yeah, of course it could. Anything can happen. But you're trusting that with the time that we put in out here to be able to say, you know what? Like this could be a resource for me to start now looking on my own. And I think that's what's important. But yeah, any crypto project can, I mean, literally like rug tomorrow. You have no idea. Some of them are slow rugs. Some of them are non-existent. There's people out here that like I've even had on my stages that I'm on spaces that I'm like, this is total. I can't believe I let this dude on stage. This is total nonsense. Like it's total bullshit, right? Like all of it. And I made clear to my community, like this is nuts. This is like, okay, nobody, like not nobody go buy this, but didn't know that before. So I need everybody to really proceed like with caution, because if me and you bring somebody on here, that's almost like an endorsement in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's risky because they take people's money. Who's everybody going to come looking to? And be like, what the fuck? You put this guy out here. I knew that was coming. You can't use that same shit twice. You can't do it. You can't do it. See? You can't use it. Like Magic, you can't use the same joke twice. It just doesn't, like, I'm sorry. You can't.
You do it all the time.
I do? It's not true.
Yeah. Yeah. You say all the same stuff all the time.
Erroneous on all counts. But yeah, like, I mean, don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. But if you want to make some money, at the end of the day, you're going to have to put together resources. Like, and if you're going to put your money into something, put it into fucking like something that you've done the homework on, that you've interacted with us on. Okay, that's enough now. That's enough now.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
That is enough now. That's enough. This is serious.
It seems to be like getting darker on your screen too.
Is it? Oh, maybe it's the rain cloud. It's probably going to start raining because this is the tropics, you know? Yeah, it's the tropics.
It's going to rain on your parade.
Oh, for those that know, Bilbo's got to get that. Yeah, it's the Rockies. Yeah, anyways. But, yeah, zero trust, bottom line. But here's what I want to show you guys also. Hey, Magic.
Shut up. You're a jerk. Yeah. Be happy that we're not on TikTok right now.
Fuck TikTok. Whatever. Okay. I want to show you guys something that I found last week. And again, full disclosure.
He's in Puerto Rico, Rolly.
What?
Rolly's asking where you're at.
Puerto Rico! It is not Cali, and Rolly's been out for a long time. I've been back in New York. Magic said I've been back in New York for 3 years. It's only been a year. Rolly still thinks I'm in California. For fuck's sake, guys. Is nobody paying attention?
Well, I just heard you whine and complain about New York every day for a year, so it felt like 3 years.
Hold on. I want to show you guys.
Bildo said if you were actually 25, you'd be on TikTok.
I actually would. That's why they kicked me off, probably. Hold on. Okay, wait. Let me pull this up because I found, like, I want to show you guys like this gem. Oh my God, Justin Sun's in Hollywood. Holy cow!
Focus.
All right, check this out. So, fitted closet, right? This was. You know, I'm doing research and listening to a million different things. And I'm like, I came across this. There's a whole new ecosystem called the Believe ecosystem. And I'll get to that in a minute. But I found this one in there. And I'm like, what the hell, like, is this? I want to show you guys. Like,
I'm sorry. Was their banner a pair of socks?
Hold on. Yeah.
Yo, what's good? This is Fitted. It's an app-powered
Can you hear?
wardrobe, and it helps you organize your closet and create outfits. So you're going to start off on the app by uploading photos of your clothes or clothes that you find online. So I'm going to drag a photo of my diesel jacket in here and upload it to Fitted. And as you can see on all my other pieces, the background is removed super clean, and the items are all tagged using AI based on the one photo that you upload. So that diesel jacket that I uploaded is now uploaded, and I can click on it. You'll see the background is removed super smooth, and the tags are all incredibly accurate, and those were generated in about 5 seconds. It knows it's a diesel jacket. It knows it's a varsity jacket. It guesses that it retailed for $300 and can resell for $150. And the resale value goes straight over here to our resale on Poshmark tab. So you can click on here and resell on Poshmark with one click using that image and all of the tags that the AI produced. So it also takes your fitted market value, which is the resale value, and adds that up for all of your pieces right here, so you can see how much your entire closet is worth. We also do have a bit of social media, so you can look up other users' closets, view the stuff that they have uploaded, and even create outfits with other users' clothes. So a very fun way to get style inspiration or see what your friends or favorite influencers are wearing. If you're done with social and you have enough pieces uploaded, you can go over here to the Fits tab and you can begin to make outfits. So I can click Create a Fit, and this will generate outfits with all of the clothes that I have uploaded. I can add a layer if it's chilly out. I can click individually on items. I can even lock an item if I want it to stay there while I make other outfits. You can hold down on items and manually select. And if I find an outfit that I really like, I can save it and it will show up in my saved fits. So I can always have a backlog of good outfits to pull from if I'm in a rush or need something for a specific occasion. And the specific occasion kind of goes into the collections tab here. So once I have enough saved outfits, I can make a collection of outfits. So I have one for fall, one for spring. We can make one for going out. And I can click here and select a few outfits for going out. And then I have a nice collection. So if I'm ever running late to an occasion like that, I can pull from that really quickly and I'm ready to go. And in general, that's pretty much fitted. So this will change the way that you get dressed and absolutely improve your style. Yeah, thank you.
I feel like I've heard of this company.
Have you?
I feel like I have. But I feel like I saw it on TV or something. It's really interesting that they are integrated with Poshmark. I use Poshmark. I have like hundreds of thousands of followers on Poshmark. I've been on there for years.
Yeah, and it's one touch, right? So, this is one gem that I found. I found this at like a $1.2 million market cap, right? I think now it's at like 10 million, which to me is still, I don't know. So full disclosure, I own this. I do own this. I still own it's a moon bag at this point, right? Like I took my profits on it already. It is what I did thankfully, knock on wood, I did well. But
what is the token called? Is it called?
Yeah, it's called FitFi. Here. So you guys can see here. The @ is Fitted Closet on Twitter. And then it'll show you like the actual Solana token. So you can see it's called Fitcoin is the actual name. CA, obviously. What does CA stand for, Magic?
Contract address. I learned something.
Yeah, contract address. But so to what Rolly was saying, yeah, you can sell the outfits. Not only does it give you like full resale value, like you click. You take a picture, you upload it. Mind you, this is iOS, and now they just released what's it called on the Google Play Store. It's
Google Play.
Yeah, so now you can download the app. Right?
I've definitely heard of this somewhere.
Yeah,
but not through Twitter.
Yeah, so for me, it's like I need to talk to the team. And for those that were on ATC last week, I had that dude that you just saw Reed. I had Reed on ATC last week, right?
Oh,
because
nice.
For me, let's talk to that. To me is revolutionary tech. Right? I've never seen something like that incorporates all those different elements, right? So I'm like, this is fucking cool.
It's like 2025 cool. Clueless closet.
Yeah. Think about it, right? It helps you get dressed, but now it's like, what about the value of all my shit, right? What about it?
What's the point of them launching a token too, though?
Good question. Why would you launch a token?
To make money?
Yeah, these guys want to make money. You got to there needs to be money coming in from somewhere to be able to continue to fund the operation of this, right? It's because at the end of the day, it's like you want to gather users, and these guys have hundreds of millions of views on TikTok. One video has 300 million or something crazy.
Maybe that's where I've seen it.
Probably, right? I think one of their videos, hold on, let me see if I can, I think I'm sharing this screen.
Yo, what's good? This is Fitted. It's an ad
Hold
powered
on
digital
one
work.
second. Let me see. It was one video that had, give me a second. Yeah, so they released their tokenomics, right? Like, so these guys are super active. Yeah, you can see the app here. Here, let's see what this one is.
Did you see how big the team is?
Tool. So this is something that we built that we will give you guys access to as soon as possible. So you enter in your email that is associated with your Fitted account. This is mine. Shoot me an email if you want to chat. And it pulls up all your pieces. So these are all the clothes I've uploaded to that account. It pulls it up with the tags, with the name, blah, blah, blah. So I can come down here. There's Pasternak. These are the pants I wear every single day. They're the only pants that fit me. I can enter in a prompt now as if this is chat. And I can say, give me an outfit for a first date, right? If I can type for a first date. I want to look my best, but not overdo it, okay? Right? We're going to get dinner. And then ice cream, right? Classic first date, you guys. Seriously. So then you can pick your model that you want to use. We found that Claude works best for making outfits.
This is
Claude
fucking wild.
I guess. Let's generate.
Why do the pants have 3 legs,
It's
though?
actually pretty quick for being an internal. So what's really cool
Leave
about
that
this
one
is
alone.
it's actually released, we'll be able to, consistently, if we build our own LLM, hopefully it'll be able to consistently stay up to date with what you wear and give you better outfits as time goes on. Smart, casual, classic. Here's our outfits. We got the blazer, my selvage denim jeans from Brain Dead, loafers, and
Seal
the
on.
hat. I think that's where the casual's coming in here. Relaxed, sophisticated, a beautiful APC quarter zip, some black pants and boots. This is perfect. Contemporary, cool. Henley, some pleated gray slacks, and then my Sambas. These are all 3 outfits I would wear on a date. I think if I was getting a casual dinner and going to get ice cream, this is actually kind of perfect. If you guys want to see any more, leave a comment, and I will ask the AI whatever you guys want to see, and I'll post about it. But that's something we're working on now, so that'll be out for you guys pretty soon.
How ridiculous is that, right? Like that to me, like I've never seen shit like that. Ever have I seen something like that. I'm gonna find, oh, here's the TikTok video.
Sold. Okay, there's the fit. Let's get dressed. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna go no hat, but fit's fire. Let's go.
There was another one. Hold on one second. It was like a full one where it shows like he has the actual app like on his wall, like mounted on an iPad. And look at, like, you see the group, like this is a team that is active, right? Like they're genuinely showing you like the growth of this business now. So it's like, wow, like this is really, really something like cool. Or like this is actually something. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me see.
I asked you when the video was starting. I don't get the 3-legged pants. Do you know how big their team is?
So as of right now, they have an engineering team. I don't know how big the engineering team is, but we spoke with Reed and Max. That guy, I think, was Max, and Reed is one of the actual. Those are the 2 co-founders, I believe. So I don't know how big the actual team is. Like the engineering team, no idea. But yeah, like look at their TikTok at the end of the day, right? Like look what they 34.2 million, right? Like 61 million. Like these are guys that if you master marketing, like look at this stuff. If you master marketing and you have a great product, like that's crazy. Here, oh wait, check this out.
Good morning, Jarvis. Make me an outfit for today.
Right away, Mr. Squilliam. How do you like this one, my sexy master?
It's perfect. Thank you, Jarvis.
Right?
You've done it again, Jarvis.
Again, Jarvis. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I mean. These gems are out here, right? They're out here. I don't like, if you think 10 million is undervalued for this, fuck it. Like, go get it. If you don't fucking buy it. On to the next one, right? That's what the whole list is for. So you guys can actually see, man, like there's like, look at Rolly's reaction, right? You can imagine what the fuck Rolly's closet looks like. Like it's, I mean, however many he has, right? A shit ton. Between like sneakers, like, and this is for everybody too. Like every female probably has so much stuff. Magic, think about how much shit is in your closet that you probably never wear anymore. Like if you just sit and just take pictures, upload, I upload a t-shirt, a jacket, sneaker, whatever. And it automatically now uses AI to search online. What's the actual jacket? Like what is the item? What's it selling for? What's the resale value? What's the last sale? Right? Pulls a super clean image. And then it's like, well, oh shit, this is actually pretty fucking cool. Right? Now you know what the value of your closet actually is in dollars. And if you want to sell it, that's a real possibility now. You could just hit one touch sell Poshmark. Magic, this is what you do. Exactly, Rolly. That's my point. Right? There are gems out here, guys. Like I really wanted to use this one as a really shining example of like, holy fuck. I have never seen tech like this before. You're not finding this anywhere else. And here's what I will say. Yeah, I took profits on this already. Like, should I have been holding it like longer? I might, maybe. I still kept some. So if we're going to talk about trading strategy, I sold about 80% of my bag, 20% of it I'm still holding, right? I did great on the 80% and like really well. And now it's like, okay, patience. I'm going to let these guys continue to build. I'm going to let them continue to market, let them continue to get millions and millions and millions of views on the new shit that they're building, right? Get the awareness out there, let people know that they exist and be like, you know what? Done. They're doing the work already. Me holding the token now, all I have to do is just sit and be patient and just wait. Really tough fucking job.
Can you do me a favor and scroll back up to the top of this page?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you something that is a big indicator for me personally? And this again is coming, you may say I'm stupid and crazy for this, but this is somebody outside of, the trenches. Most of crypto speak is happening on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And to see a company that has tens of millions of views on TikTok, is viral and trending, but only has 3,200 followers on Twitter, is like a calling card. Like, that's very, very, very interesting to me. And that makes me think that not many people have clocked that there's even a token associated.
There you go. You just hit the nail on the fucking head. And that is exactly what I saw when I started looking at this. After I saw that initial video, and I found these guys at 600 followers. And I'm saying to myself, it's either the biggest fucking scam ever, right? It's like, it's either a scam or I'm really early. And at that point, you need to make a decision, right? And that's where I start going through the checklist. I'm reaching out in the DMs. The guy's responding back to me immediately. Okay, cool. I'm listening to the first ever like space that they did as a company. Cool. I invite him onto ATC. Cool. Right? Check. I listen and I'm like, does he know what he's talking about? Hey, Jenny. Oh, you mean Magic?
She's talking to me.
Whatever. Fine. Whatever. It's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hi. But Magic, you hit it on the head. Like, that's it. Is like Web 2 companies now coming into Web 3? It's like, why get a token? Great. Like, these are Magic. You're earning your paycheck today. This is it.
Yay!
Yeah, you are.
I get nothing again. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations. You get. Yeah. But yeah, like this is what I mean. At 3,000 followers, you look at some of these other monster accounts, and this is what I mean when I say, like, when you hear me or Cool or whoever on ATC talk about, like, don't judge based off of follower count. Like, that means literally nothing. It means shit. Someone that has 500,000 or a company that has 500,000 could be all nonsense. All nonsense. But at the end of the day, like, maybe the ones that have none, but real tech, real presence, real viral marketing, and they haven't been on Twitter yet, That kind of combination, that's your checklist to say, okay, now this maybe calls for some action. What do I do? And in my brain, when I see that, these go really quickly now, right? Where it's like, okay, I see this, great, awesome. How much money am I allocating to this, right? That's really where my decision is. Then I look at the contract. When did it come out? Yada, yada. I put a position on. I watch a little bit. And then I'm like, as I'm doing a little more research, because I want to have some skin in the game, right? I put a couple $100, $300, $400, $500. All right, cool. This is actually, oh my God, my $500 is now $1,000. All right, before this really runs away from me now, like maybe this is something. And next thing you know, $1 million market cap turns into 12 million 36 hours later. Where are you going to make 12 times on your money? Where? You better believe I took profit. This thing can go to 100 million bucks. Am I going to be sour? Hell no. I still got a little bit of a moon bag. I'm good. If it goes, I'll make 2x, 3 times the amount of money that I made off the initial one, right? I have no idea what's going to happen. But now it costs me nothing. I have profit in the bank. These guys are still working. Who's better than me? In this instance, I just mean, but I mean, you know.
What do you bet Rolly's loading up a bag right now?
I wouldn't doubt it, man. Like, look, but for every one of these, there's 100 fucking shit ass tokens. 1,000.
Hey, why don't you tell? I think I don't know if Janie's still listening, but you have a little beef with Max right now.
I'm sorry, what?
You have beef with Max?
Who has beef with Max?
You do.
For what? Who you cause the drama? What?
2 weeks in a row, he's missed it.
Oh, yeah. What the hell? Yeah, Jeannie, where's Max? Like, the alarm is going off for Max. The 57 alarm or 58 alarm. What is it? 58, 57? 58.
I think it's 57.
57 alarm. Exactly. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Still
but
here.
yeah. I thought you were going to, like, out me, Magic, and be like, yo, you're not wearing pants? Yes, I'm wearing pants. It is what it is. Now I'm going to stand up.
So is this choking on that spreadsheet?
You want to laugh?
Or did you just like have a completely squirrel moment?
Yep. Scroll. Like, this is what I'm saying. I pulled it off that, like, this was not on that Coinbase venture, like that Coinbase venture infographic, right? This was something that I ended up finding, right? So you guys get the best of both friggin' worlds. All right. You're welcome. You get the shit that I'm digging for on a daily basis, plus the shit that Coinbase is saying you should be following, and you get a mix of everything else. Come on. How is this not the most valuable podcast on fucking YouTube right now? This is wild. Shout out to the 1,300 of you that are tuned in, though. Where are the rest of that? Where's the other 4,000 that we had from that day? Who did we have 5,000? Never mind. I did not ask that question. Never mind. I retract my last statement.
I know who it was.
No, do me a favor, please. Please. But yeah.
You said that's on Solana, right?
Yeah, this is on Solana, correct. Yep.
Noted.
Yeah, look, now it's at and now it's an $11 million market cap, right? It's got 4,900 like holders. That's nothing when you actually look at the grand scheme. And you guys hear me when I say this. When you hear me in the beginning say like the AI boom is starting like fucking crazy, it is starting. It started already. Now you put your positions on now and you just sit and wait. If you are someone who doesn't have the means or the resources, right? Like to be nah, emoji don't fuck around. All right. Do not mess around. If you're someone who doesn't have the resources, because a lot of people, you know, Magic, how we always talk about a lot of people don't own Bitcoin because like they think like, well, I want to make bigger gains, but Bitcoin's not going to give me that, right? Bitcoin's more of the longer play. This is a similar mentality, right? But you can sprinkle money here across these different ones, right? Because I found this when it was less than half a penny. If you own, right? Like think about this, right? 50,000 at half a penny, that's $250. This thing goes from half a penny, right, to 5 cents. Like you literally just turned $250 into $2,500, and that can happen in a night, in a day, in a week, in a month, right? You just have to be patient, because if you did your homework, you went through the resource checklist that you essentially or hopefully have or are taking notes on, you know, that we've given you, and it's like, this makes sense, like these boxes check off, have the conviction and have the ability to just say, you know what, I'm chilling, I'm good, let me just chill out and relax for now. Yeah, it is getting darker, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this company started in 2018, I assume, or around that date.
I think that's what he said. From what I remember on the stream, yeah, like something along those lines. And they're young kids. They're young kids, and they're in
Impressive.
like. And I found this out yesterday. Shout out to my man Scott, who's one of my regular contributors on Reset Sunday. That this is like the cabal in LA. Like these are the kids that are plugged into like Luca Nets, right? Pudgy Penguins founder, Abstract Chain, like all these dudes. This is them. And for a young kid to be using AI like this is what like the younger generation needs to be using it for, to be able to build businesses like this is wild. Yeah, I mean, who called you Brokeback Bill? That's fucking weird. Like,
that is kind of weird. Maybe that was you. And I was like, I'm not saying a word.
Oh my God. Yeah, now we're not saying a word. F that. Brokeback Bill, though it is. Weirdo. It's better than Brokeback Bill, though. What the fuck?
So, yeah, he just like threw himself under the bus with that one. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I have no idea where this come from. Anyways.
That's what you want to be called? Okay.
No, it's 335. Like, nobody's judging. It's fine. Like, you're good. Yeah.
So, I know you could talk about this all day, but I also want you to enjoy your vacation. So is there anything else you want to touch on, or you want to wrap up?
No, I mean, look, like the resources, like the AI tools that like I've shown you guys, like I use a combination of like this, right? Like Bindi. You guys remember this one that I showed you where it has the entire, like you can put any agent you want down here. It's creating the images, right? Like a million different things. I also used this one. If you guys remember, I used GenSpark, right? Like use the tools that are at your disposal, right? And this isn't expensive shit. GenSpark, Bindi is $20 a month. GenSpark, $20 a month. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. $20 a month does add up after a while, but like, come on, man. Like, there's so much stuff that we can be using out here, like to be able to really find like really good, like quality gems. To me, it's crazy how we're not doing it. So hopefully you guys, found some value in this stuff. And yeah, I don't know. And look,
and you put a couple tweets out with the links and whatnot, so people can find them if they're joining late.
Yeah. 100%, 100%. And you guys know that we said it in the beginning. We're a resource here for you guys for whatever, like we're community members, right? Like when like we take this seriously, we're community. I don't want to say leaders at the end of the day, but we're front facing, right? Magic. So I don't give a shit if it's mental health, if it's fucking AI, if it's crypto, if it's whatever, right? Like people need to understand, like you have direct access to us the same way that we have direct access to a lot of like really, really like influential, important, innovative, like really like mind-bending fucking people out here. So use us, man. Yeah. Agreed, Fro. Agreed. Maybe that's like another episode that we do where it's like side hustle episode, right? Where, we get Max back on to see how his fancy agent is doing, Yeah.
Did it start raining?
It did.
Oh, I guess you can't give us the tour.
Oh, you want to see the rain?
No.
I mean, I spared you.
Just so y'all know, he's been rubbing it in my face all morning. How beautiful it is, and blah blah blah. And I'm going to take my computer out and show everybody. And now it's raining, and I love it.
Puerto Rico, JD. That's where I am. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was good. Maggie, do you think like there was anything else like left? Any other like questions or anything?
I mean, I feel like we could go on and on and on, but I feel like we covered a lot today.
We did.
Yeah.
I believe we did. I mean, it's up to you guys now if you want to utilize the resource.
I mean, we could sit there and go through, have multiple episodes of just going through, 10 by blocks of 10 of each coin, each token itself, each AI, platform itself. And we'd be here for weeks.
I do have to admit one thing, Landy. I don't know if you're still watching the stream, but I have like my laptop like elevated up on this thing in the hotel, had a little makeshift thing, and I'm sitting on like a table. And just so you know, my feet are hanging off the table, and they're dangling like this. And every time I look at them, the only thing I hear in my head is "wee."
Oh my gosh. You were gonna stand up the whole time. Aren't you glad that you're at least dangling now?
Yeah, now it's just like beep, 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 beep.
What a child.
I am such a child. A 25-year-old child, that is. I'm just saying.
You put yourself in the dark, so I mean, it's really impossible to tell.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like you're hiding something.
Look at the close-up, ladies and gents. This still looks 25. No touch-ups, all right? No touch-up at all. And Restream, go get touch-up already, all right? So that when I go on Mukbang Mondays with Janie, doesn't have to fucking, and I am having a bad day. It is what it is. Magic, anything else you want to touch on, like, before we jump? Maybe reiterate what we talked about in the beginning. Not to end on a somber note, but, like, just really at home.
No, I wanted to do that. Yeah. Great stream. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you for doing this, even though you should be on vacation, relaxing.
Yeah.
And for those of you that joined a little bit late, we did spend the first 10 minutes or so discussing a bit of mental health and showing love and respect to a VeVe community member who tragically passed away yesterday. And just want to reiterate that please take care of yourselves. Please reach out. Please don't suffer in silence. None of us want that. We all are going through a lot of stuff, but let's be there for each other as much as possible. And just don't be afraid, because the bravest thing you can do is reach out and admit you need help. That's brave. And we just sending love and well wishes to his family. And we'll get through this, and let's just try to get stronger every day together.
Facts. That's it. Well said, Magic. Really well said.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have us do our outro if I can find it. Ready?
Yeah, 25.
The crypto magic hour. Feel the power. Counting coins as we print every hour. VeVeMagic, Dave's on the scene. Crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah. The crypto magic hour.